and protect me from my enemies. Lord, I know you're watching over me as I walk into my destiny. Them I move cold like the North Pole, set them trap, dig all them hole, but God got this under control. Tell me sit back and watch it unfold. You know them seeking after my soul. Carbon copy them, I play them role. God make me special, rock all the mole. Half of the story has never been told, oh Lord. Lord, I know you're watching over me and protect me from my enemies. Lord, I know you're watching over me as I walk into my destiny. So while them chatting, we not stopping. Get them confused, can't find the tracking. Send them come, we not backing. Feet them stamping, Holy Ghost rocking. Anointing there, that we're not lacking. Like the church choir, straight singing and clapping. So don't pan the beat, yeah, love how it dropping. Straight like an arrow, no flip flopping, oh Lord. Lord, I know you're watching over me and protect me from my enemies. Lord, I know you're watching over me as I walk into my destiny. Them I move cold like the North Pole, set them trap, dig all them hole, but God got this under control. Tell me sit back and watch it unfold. You know them seeking after my soul. Carbon copy them, I play them role. God make me special, rock all them whole. Half of the story has never been told, oh Lord. Lord, I know you're watching over me and protect me from my enemies. Lord, I know you're watching over me as I walk into my destiny. Lord, I know you're watching over me and protect me from my enemies. Lord, I know you're watching over me as I walk into my destiny. Them I move cold like the North Pole, set them trap, dig all them hole, but God got this under control. Tell me sit back and watch it unfold. You know them seeking after my soul. Carbon copy them, I play them role. God make me special, rock all the mole. Half of the story has never been told, oh Lord. Lord, I know you're watching over me and protect me from my
Well, I tell you, it's
enemies.
alongside the watch animals. Come for make God people jump up. When God call you, you better get up. Tell him about that.
When Father God call you, He's calling you right now. You better be ready to move. Oh Lord. When Father God call you, yeah, you better be ready to move.
Look how long Father God did I call you. See, do you make it devil a la stadium? Send all them demons, them come swarm you. Till the serpents, them want to
Stop it! Stop it, calm down!
Alongside the watch animals. Come for make God people jump up. When
Fresh
God
FM
call you, you
Radio
better get up. Tell him about
When
that.
Father God call you,
You are listening to
Your life, your
you
music.
better be
where
ready
information
to
meets music.
move. When Father God call you, yeah, you better be ready to move.
Look how long Father God did I call you. See, do you make it devil a la stadium? Send all them demons, them come swarm you. Till the serpents, them want to charm you. But God twist that up like a W. Make them know no demons can trouble you. Night and day, him a guide and protect you. Father God always there for the rescue.
When Father God call you, He's calling you right now. You better be ready to move. Oh Lord. When Father God call you, yeah, to move.
Granny said she old, but she no cool, cause she have Jesus in her soul. When she start jump, get out of control. Fling we walking stick, drop her ground and a roll. Christian soldiers step on patrol. Tell all the Edens them fi be old, cause the man check you, cleanse you, done told. You know island of powder, coulda never hold
when
you.
Father God call you, it's calling you right now. You better be ready to move. When Father God call you, yeah, you better be ready to move. When the Spirit of God calls you, you gotta be ready to move. Yeah. Cause no man coming to the Father unless He calls him. It's calling out your name.
Say this trainer is heaven bound, so get on board before the hand sound. No guarantee it a go come back around, so come get a piece of what I have found. Blessing gather in a bungle and pound, make up it full up till it a overflow. Brethren, just say yes to Christ Jesus. The man done promise say he'll never leave
when
us.
Father God call you, it's calling you right now. You better be ready to move. When Father God call you, yeah, you better be ready to move. When Father God call you, it's calling you right now. You better be ready to move. When Father God call you, yeah, you better be ready to move.
Well, James is alongside the one anonymous. We come for make God people jump up.
I rebuke them in the name. Oh yeah. No force against me, just stand in my way. No force against me, just stand in my way. No. Yes, I walk through the valley of my foe. He showed me my enemies, cause I would never know. That's the reason I pray. Almighty guide me all the way. I feel me God nasty, cause when them come with the tricks, me not use no fist. Them get a righteous whip now. No force against me, just stand in my way. No force against me, just stand in my way. No, I know He's there for me. My Lord, protect my energy from things that I cannot foresee. Be right by my side night and day. I know I'm blessed indeed. My God covered me. Oh yeah. No force against me, just stand in my way. No force against me, just stand in my way. No, I will always be on the most high side. I never stray far from that. Might not see me in church every Sunday, just don't send me pray every day to me God. Try my best to be good and ask Him to forgive all the things that bad. Cause I know nobody is perfect, so we have
fi give all the best we got. Prayer one day, keep the devil away. A prayer a day, keep the devil away. No force against me, just stand in my way. No force against me, just stand in my way. Me God not stick, cause when them come with the tricks, me not use no fist. Them get a righteous whip now. No force against me, just stand in my way. No.
If you want a brand new world, gotta know Christ for yourself.
A brand new turning. Something inside is always yearning for a brand new world. People everywhere are so confused. Leaders don't know what to do. Oh, they want a brand new world. Though we make rockets to the moon and the stars, though we make ships that don't go very far, that a man hasn't climbed, but a brand new world you can never find. So if you want a brand new world, you gotta have a brand new people. If you want a brand new people, you gotta have a brand new life. If you want a brand new life, you gotta have a brand new spirit. If you want a brand new spirit, you got to come to Jesus Christ. Yeah, yeah. A brand new world. People have tried all they could, but I really wonder if they would find themselves a brand new world. An old man sitting at the bar can't find what he's searching for. All he wants is a brand new world. A brand new world begins with me and you. May not find it in the things we do. Trust in Christ and He will see you through. A brand new world so pure and true. So if you want a brand new world, you gotta have a brand new people. If you want a brand new people, you gotta have a brand new life. If you want a brand new life, you gotta have a brand new spirit. If you want a brand new spirit, got to trust in Jesus Christ. Yeah, yeah. A brand new world. If you want a brand new world, you gotta have a brand new people. If you want a brand new people, you gotta have a brand new life. If you want a brand new life, you gotta have a brand new spirit. If you want a brand new spirit, you got to come to Jesus Christ. Yeah, yeah. A brand new world. Yeah, yeah. A brand new
Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Fresh FM Radio London. You are listening to The Wayne Hall Show, where information meets music.
Midnight Promotions and Four Seasons Promotion proudly presents a Mother's Day evening with the Manhattans.
I had to meet you here today.
R&B sensations, the Hitmakers,
The Manhattans.
Oh, baby. is all that's
Sunday, May 10th. Bring your mother, friends, and loved ones for a night infused with elegance, style, and soulful performances.
There's no house without a home.
Hits after hits. Memories by the Score. By the Manhattans. Live in concert. This is a special Mother's Day experience because every mother deserves a night as special as she is. Sunday, May 10th. Celebrate Mother's Day with the Manhattans. Live in concert.
We never danced to a love.
Sponsored by Caribbean Marketplace.
Sweet, sweet Jamaica. If you're craving a real taste of the Caribbean, the flavors you grew up with, the ingredients that make your meals feel like home, then welcome to Caribbean Marketplace. At Caribbean Marketplace, we're proud to serve our community with 3 convenient locations across the metro area. In Latonia at 2618 C-Max Cleveland Boulevard. Our Atlanta location at 5790 Old National Highway. Or stop by our Douglasville store at 6920 C Douglas Boulevard. No matter which location you visit, you'll experience the same authentic Caribbean vibe and quality selection. Brands like Grace, Lasco, Walker's Wood, Chief, Maggie Seasoning, Beta Pack, and many, many, many more. We offer a wide variety of Caribbean produce, including yam, green banana, breadfruit, callaloo, chocho, and scotch-buttered peppers. And when it comes to ackee, we are the only ones that carry 14 different brands of ackee, like Linstead ackee and Spur Tree, just to name a few. If you're stocking up for your restaurant, wholesale is available. For more information, visit CaribbeanMarketATL.com and connect with us on social media using hashtag CaribbeanMP. So come shop where quality, culture, and community come together every single day. That's Caribbean Marketplace.
Welcome to the YouTube channel of The Wayne Hall Show, broadcasting since 2012. The Wayne Hall Show is a global platform where information meets music. Please subscribe right now to keep up with everything that's going on in our community. This is the home of our live streamed simulcast show, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. Don't miss our remote broadcasts and awesome interviews of some of the most phenomenal men and women in the Caribbean American community. Check out our fun short videos. We're delighted to promote your business and services right here also. The Wayne Hall Show has received numerous accolades for its contribution to the community, including the Captains of Industry Award, the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, the Linkage Radio DJ of the Year, and several resolutions in the state of Georgia. Please hit the subscribe button and join the ever-growing community of The Wayne Hall Show, where information meets music.
Honey, you are my shining star. Don't you go away. No, baby. Come on. Wanna be right here where you are till my dying day.
All right. Yeah. Hey, I'm Troy.
I'm Gerald.
I'm Weeze.
Together, we're the Manhattans. And we're inviting you to join us Sunday, May 10th, Mother's Day, at the Lonsdale Performing Arts Center in Tucker, Georgia, where we'll be singing all of our greatest hits. Oh, yeah. See you there.
Hi, are you looking for a tutoring center where your child feels supported, confident, and ready to learn? You have found the place. JP Lloyd Learning Center. We are proud to share that we were voted best of Gwinnett in tutoring centers. This honor means so much to us because it came from the parents, the families we served. Here, we don't just tutor, we build confidence, we encourage, and we meet students right where they are. Come see why families trust us. We can't wait to welcome you to JP Lloyd Learning Center.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say good evening and welcome to this edition of the Wayne Hall Show on your radio on another Wednesday coming at you. Yeah, man. Good to be here. It's great to be here, and I tell you what, I hope that in your neck of the wood, everything is going well. All right? It's the Hump Day edition right here. Yeah, we say that sometimes. But how are we doing on all the different platforms this afternoon? Where are you listening from? Noeline Thomas, good night. More respect to you too. That JB Johnson, bless up yourself, man. All right. Maxine, Max Poet. How are you, Max Poet? Good to see you. Good evening and welcome, Max Poet. All right. Also, let's see who else we got on here. All right. I got to make sure I shout out all my other folks here while I'm here. Okay, Jamise McCormack, good evening. All right. Yeah, man, good to see you. All right. Miss Dawn Miller, good evening. All right. Good to see you, Dawn. Sonia Forrester. I guess the nausea is bringing out the posse, huh? Oh, my goodness. Okay. Over on TikTok. Okay, so Dawn Miller is on. Sonia Forrester is on. Jamise McCormack is on. Good evening and welcome, welcome, welcome. Great chat coming up later. Yeah, with the nausea. Then I keep saying Dejana, the nausea. All right. We also have Anthony Turner at the bottom of the hour with the eReport, and then later, Miss Lorraine Johnson is Miss Lorraine Smith. Why am I calling her Johnson? Is gonna join me, and we're gonna talk autism. All right. So we're gonna talk some mental health with the nausea, right? And then we're gonna talk autism with Lorraine Smith of the Lorraine J Smith Foundation. And we'll talk more about her later from her bio before she comes on. But I wanted to say good evening to everyone. Welcome. Those of you listening in Western Jamaica on Fit FM 96.7, Trelawney's Radio. Also heard on fitfmja.com. Want to say big shout out to those listening on Linkage Radio 101.75, Fresh FM Radio, London, Hype FM, The Right FM. We also talk bigging up YouTube'sradio.com, EnergyRadio1.com. If you're watching on Twitch, YouTube on TP, bless up. All right. If you're on TikTok, everyone on TikTok, hello, good evening and welcome. And those on Facebook who I just shouted out, big up yourself. All right. So good show lined up for you again. And so stay tuned. Hang in there. It's going to be a great ride this evening. We're going to get back into some music here with a brand new song. I just got this today. I literally can say this is hot off the press. It goes like this.
Ladies,
the Hill and Gully Rhythm.
You know, look at make man spin out everything for the dog. Yo, Excel Black. The woman that look good dog. Yo, let me save the money. Girl, are you shape yet? And are you figure? That's the way my money go. Every cent when me got the wood I spend for them girl, yeah. That's the way my money go. Them a real girl, them we have to judge. That's the way my money go. Me give them everything, yeah. That's my pleasure. That's the way my money go. Car brown, no man forget crown. Me them the round every ounce, every pound. Spending the money and me don't make a sound. Love from the flesh, the skin, the bone. Me tell all Capones if you run out of town. Him no love girl, hey, what a clown. Excel Black there with the girl them we run. I 1,000 girl now want from me compound. Girl, are you shape yet? And are you figure? That's the way my money go. Every cent when me got the wood I spend for them girl, yeah. That's the way my money go. Them a real girl, them we have to judge. That's the way my money go. Me give them everything, yeah. That's my pleasure. That's the way my money go. White woman forget
stripe. Young or ripe, we no matter the time. Treat them like a lady. Hey, baby, sure. No call them dynamite. Call them a the woman of the earth. Give them a flowers. Love them every second, minute, hours. With all your powers, no be no coward. Treat the girls them right, alright. Girl, are your shape, yeah, and are your figure. That's the way my money go. Every cent when me got no would spend.
We are not.
That's the way my money go. Them a real angel, them we have to judge. That's the way my money
Stop
go.
it.
We give them everything.
Stop it, calm down.
Ladies,
one more time.
We ain't no looking to make man spend out everything for the dog. Yo, Excel Black. The woman that look good dog. Yo, we can't save no money. Girl, are your shape, yeah, and are your figure. That's the way my money go. Every cent when me got no would spend for them girl, yeah. That's the way my money go. Them a real angel, them we have to judge. That's the way my money go. Me give them everything, yeah, that a my pleasure. That's the way my money go. Car brown, no man forget crown. Me them the round, every ounce, every pound. Spending the money and me don't make a sound. Love from the flesh, the skin, the bone. Me tell all compounds if you run out of town. Him no love girl, hey, what a clown. Excel Black there with the girl them we run. I 1,000 girl now want from me compound. Girl are your shape, yeah, and are your figure. That's the way my money go. Every cent when me got no would spend for them girl, yeah. That's the way my money go. Them a real angel, them we have to judge. That's the way my money go. Me give them everything, yeah, that a my pleasure. That's the way my money go. A white woman forget stripe. Young or ripe, we no matter the time. Treat them like a lady. Hey, baby, sure. No call them dynamite. Call them a the woman of the earth. Give them a flowers. Love them every second, minute, hours. With all your powers, no be no coward. Treat the girls them right, alright. Girl, are your shape, yeah, and are your figure.
We are all.
That's the way my money go. Every cent when me got no would spend for them girl, yeah. That's the way my money go. Them a real angel, them we have to judge. That's the way my money go. Me give them everything, yeah, that a my pleasure. That's the way my money go. Car brown, no man forget crown. Me them the round, every ounce, every pound. Spending the money and me don't make a sound. Love from the flesh, the skin, the bone. Me tell all compounds if you run out of town. Him no love girl, hey, what a clown. Excel Black there with the girl them we run. I 1,000 girl now want from me compound. Girl are your shape, yeah, and are your figure. That's the way my money go. Every cent when me got no would spend for them girl, yeah. That's the way my money go. Them a real angel, them we have to judge. That's the way my money go. Me give them everything, yeah, that a my pleasure. That's the way my money go.
Come make we work, come make we work. Even if a chicken you a jerk, you coulda be a bank clerk. Let's do some work. We don't have no time for idle people who don't want to help themselves, but rather get up, sit down, chat people business, and don't want to do nothing else. We don't have no time for idle people who don't want to help themselves, but rather get up, sit down, chat people business, and don't want to help themselves. See food there, go and go plant. You know one plant food, but you want eat it. She work there, make some money. You know one work for money, but you want spend it. 12 o'clock you still lie down in a bed. Then get up on a stretch and like you're flying on a bed. Dignity abandon mean more need to fed from the sweat of your brow. That's how you eat bread. We don't have no time for idle people who don't want to help themselves, but rather get up, sit down, chat people business, and don't want to do nothing else. We don't have no time for idle people who don't want to help themselves, but rather get up, sit down, chat people business, and don't want to help themselves. You know it nice when money in your pocket, and you know say yes, you just work it. And nobody can tell you how to spend it. Where to spend it and when to spend it. We have made glass to the hard worker who works so hard from 9 to 5 just to keep their family alive. If you're proud that you are work, spend your money with pride. don't have no time for idle people who don't want to help themselves, but rather get up, sit down, chat people business, and don't want to do nothing else. Come make we work, come make we work. Even if a chicken you a jerk, you coulda be a bank clerk. Let's do some work. We don't have no time for idle people who don't want to help themselves, but rather get up, sit down, chat people business, and don't want to do nothing else. We don't have no time for idle people who don't want to help themselves, but rather get up, sit down, chat people business, and don't want to help themselves. See food there, one go plant it. You know one plant food, but you want eat it. She work there, make some money. You know one work for money, but you want spend it. 12 o'clock you still lie down in a bed, then get up on a stretcher like you're flying on a bed. Big knee a ball that need more need to fed from the sweat of your brow, that's how you eat bread. We don't have no time for idle people who don't want to help themselves, but rather get up, sit down, chat people business, and don't want to do nothing else. We don't have no time for idle people who don't want to help themselves, but rather get up, sit down, chat people business, and don't want to help themselves.
Yes, yes, we don't have time for idle people. We're pushing it big tonight, yeah? Yeah, man, we don't have no time for no idle people at all. No way, Jose. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the evening when I'm going to bring you the eReport with Anthony Turner. But before we get to Anthony Turner, I need you to take a listen to this right here.
Midnight Promotions and Four Seasons Promotion proudly presents a Mother's Day evening with the Manhattans, featuring Gerald Austin.
I had to meet you here today.
R&B sensations, the Hitmakers, the Manhattans.
Oh, baby, well, loving you.
Sunday, May 10th at Lonzell Performing Arts Theater, 3993 Lavester Road, Tucker, GA, for a night infused with elegance and soulful performances.
No house without a home.
Hits after hits, memories by the score. By the Manhattans, live in concert, featuring Gerald Austin. This is a special Mother's Day experience because every mother deserves a night as special as she is. Sunday, May 10th, celebrate Mother's Day with the Manhattans, featuring Gerald Austin. Sponsored by Caribbean Marketplace.
To a love song.
That's right, the Manhattans Mother's Day Atlanta, bringing you one of the sponsors of the eReport this evening. I'm sure the man, the ER guru, Anthony Turner, will mention other sponsors right now. Anthony, good evening and welcome, sir.
Yes, good night, good night. How are you doing, Ray? Oh, that sounds like a show I'd want to attend, man.
Hey, it's going to be a great show, man. All of Atlanta is talking about it. Across demographics, too. Not just Caribbean.
Yeah. Oh, man, when you talk about the Manhattans, it don't get any better than that. And all of those songs that was a part of that commercial. Big songs, big hit songs. And every Jamaican, every Caribbean person, every American, I just said it cuts across demographics, so can't get any better.
Exactly. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Anyway, the report sponsored by the upcoming Jammies Entertainment. They have a big Mother's Day event here in the New York Tri-State area, and it happens on Saturday, May 9th at the UBS Arena, and it stars the King of Lovers Rock. Who are we talking about? Barry Sadaman.
Not Sanchez?
And there's Stephanie Mills. Then there's Stephanie Mills, Romain Virga, Lady the Flame. Doors open at 7 p.m. Showtime, 8 p.m. sharp. And tickets, you could log on to Jammies event.com again. That's Jammies event.com and you could get your tickets. I know you're a man who know your history and your culture, and you know about there's a song called Hill and Gully Rider, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Well, multi-Grammy Award winning producer Stephen the Genius McGregor. Well, he's a very smart guy, you know, and he dug in his archives and he decided to create a new version of the Hill and Gully Rider song. And then he got some of the big reggae and dancehall artists to come on that rhythm. The first one is called Slip and Slide by Massacre, and that song headed straight to #1. Well, I can tell you, there's another one that's going to be dropping soon. It's by the continent boss himself, Niger Boy. And if you think the Massacre one was hot, I tell you, the one by Niger Boy is hotter, and it's gonna create a lot of mayhem. I'm predicting that it's probably gonna surpass Continent as Niger's biggest song, because I just love the song. It's gonna get folks, some of the old school folks, excited about that one, because it has that mental kind of vibe. And then he added some contemporary flavor to the lyrics of the song. And I'm really excited about that one. So remember, I told you about it, Wayne.
Anthony, guess,
yes.
I start the show with a gospel segment. Once I got out of the gospel segment, guess what's the first song I played this evening?
What?
Money Goes by XL Black on the Hill and Gully rhythm.
Really? Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man, it's one of the hottest rhythms that's
Yes.
out there right now.
Yes.
And I'm predicting that this Niger Boy one is gonna create mayhem.
Send it to
because
me.
it's not even released yet. That's the problem. I just got a sneak preview and I was sworn to secrecy to not to even drop it. But I'll send you a little preview of what it sounds like.
Okay.
So so that's a hot rhythm. I have Steven is a man from Arden, and he really has his fingers on the pulse of what is gonna be hot. So watch out for that one. Anyway, talking about rhythms, Stephen Lenky Marsden, the man who gave you that the Wally rhythm. Well, he's also has this smoking new Diwali 2.0, I'm calling it, because it's the same Diwali rhythm, except that he added a few different chords and just created a different vibe. And the first song on that rhythm is one called Wet Sugar by Richie Stevens. And it was released last week, Friday, and it has an accompanying video, and it's hot like fire. And for those people who don't remember what the Diwali rhythm sounds like, if you remember, Sean Paul had a song called Get Busy. Yeah, Get Busy. Big song by Sean Paul. That one was on the Diwali rhythm, and it has that clapping, that clap, 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 clap.
Yeah.
You can't forget the Diwali rhythm. And another big song that was on the Diwali rhythm is Wayne Wonder's No Letting Go. I'm sure you know that one. I remember it. Yes. So those are two big songs. So they're predicting that this is going to be another big banger for the summer. So we just want to congratulate Stephen Marsden, Lenky Marsden, for re-engineering the Diwali rhythm and bringing it back to life. Anyway, finally, we want to say congratulations to dancehall icon Bounty Killer, a.k.a. Rodney Price. I'm told that he's going to get the keys to the city of Kingston. And this is in honor of his musical accomplishments over 30 odd years in music. and it is coming to him courtesy of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. They made that decision, and this moment goes beyond recognition. It's deeply personal for Bounty. He reflected on his childhood days, you know, when he was running around barefoot, and you know, I'm really happy a man from Seaview Gardens and really doing, you know, who have done big things over the years. So we just want to say congratulations to Bounty Killer on this significant honor given to him from the city that he grew up in Kingston.
Yay.
And just want to say condolences to Big Stone. I don't know if you're familiar with Big Stone.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, man, Big Stone passed away. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer a few years ago and battled it for many years and finally succumbing to the disease yesterday. And we just want to say condolences to all his families and friends and loved ones. He had actually lived here in North America for a number of years before he decided to head back to Jamaica. And he was a producer, a music producer. He was a philanthropic person, always giving back and trying to find a way to help. So a man who has contributed a lot to Jamaica and Jamaicans. So our condolences to his family.
Yeah, man. My condolences goes out to his family, and I tell you, I met him a few years ago. You know, because of the radio and some of the stuff he was doing, we spoke a couple of times as well, and so it's sad to see his passing, man.
Yeah, man, it's really, really sad. Anyway, I know you're a sportsman. I don't know if you were able to make it over to Ken Relays last weekend.
No,
I never made it. Yeah, it was. I never made it either. You know, when I had checked the weather, I was told that we're going to get a lot of rain, and it was going to be cold on Saturday. So I decided to forego going this year. But of course, the Jamaican high schools really represented well. So I just want to congratulate them.
They did.
Yeah. All right. So those are just some of the things happening in entertainment.
All right.
Well, all right. So you have a fantastic weekend when it comes, and I guess look forward to talking to you again next Saturday. Next Saturday. I'm saying
next Wednesday we're gonna have next Wednesday's show. We're gonna have the Manhattans on, so you gotta check that out. Okay.
All right.
Brought to you by Caribbean
Marketplace. All right, man. So you take care.
Okay, Anthony, you have a good one, and thank you, sir, as always. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another edition of the eReport with the ER guru himself, the one, the only, Mr. Anthony Turner, coming your way 8:30 p.m. every week on the Wayne Hall Show. I see the No Time for Lazy People is getting a lot of attention here this evening. That's right. Somebody said they love it. No Time for Lazy People. Singer Irie, you hear that? No Time for Lazy People. One more time.
Midnight Promotions and Four Seasons Promotion proudly presents a Mother's Day evening with the Manhattans, featuring Gerald Austin.
I had to meet you here today.
R&B sensations, the Hitmakers, the Manhattans.
Oh, baby,
Sunday, May 10th at Lonsdale Performing Arts Theater, 3993 Lavister Road, Tucker, GA, for a night infused with elegance and soulful performances.
No house without a home.
Hits after hits, memories by the score. By the Manhattans, live in concert, featuring Gerald Austin. This is a special Mother's Day experience because every mother deserves a night as special as she is. Sunday, May 10th, celebrate Mother's Day with the Manhattans.
Featuring Gerald Austin.
Sponsored by Caribbean Marketplace.
To a love song.
Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Fresh FM Radio London. You are listening to The Wayne Hall Show, where information meets music, meets music, meets music, meets music.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into this edition of The Wayne Hall Show tonight. And we promised you we're going to have great guests for you. Miss Denaja Pink, a 28-year-old, is joining me next. And she's going to talk about her journey in the health field. And then later tonight, we have Lorraine Smith. And Lorraine is no stranger to the platform. We'll talk more about her before she comes on. But we're going to talk autism later to wrap up Autism Awareness Month right here on The Wayne Hall Show. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go over to Zoomland. And when I do, there we go. Let me take that off. All right. So on Zoom, on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, let me say good evening and welcome to Miss Denaja Pink. How are you today?
Hi, good evening, good night, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Denaja Pink. I'm a board certified psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, and I'm just so excited to be able to share my journey into mental health. It's very personal to me. So I'm honored to be able to share my story and hopefully connect with someone that may need to hear it.
That's right. And Denaja, I want you to know, and I want the audience to know the context within which we're having this conversation this evening is that you were brought to my attention as a child of Jamaican immigrants and doing great things, and to highlight what you have achieved. And guess what? That's what the platform is for. We highlight the positive. We connect, and we share a lot of information along with some music. So welcome, and I'm curious to know how it all began. Where is Denaja from? Where were you born?
I was born and raised in the Bronx, New York. My upbringing is really a story of resilience and sacrifice and just purpose being built in real time. Both of my parents are immigrants from Jamaica. I was raised by a single mother, and I take pride in saying that she's a single mother because I really watched what that really looks like. She carried the weight of everything around everyone, everything, financially, emotionally, and physically. And she showed up for all of her children, no matter what, with a smile on her face. And just seeing her discipline and seeing her hard work and her dedication, her compassion, selflessness, it really just made me appreciate her hard work. And so I didn't just I didn't just listen to her stories about how she was raised back home in Jamaica and how, things were a little scarce for her and difficult at times, but I really paid attention to her. And it just really wanted to push me and drive me to want more for myself. And, I'm also a mom myself now. So just growing up in New York and just seeing her having to do everything all on her own and just despite of everything that's going on, that was really my main motivation to just wanted to really lock in and pour into myself. I've always dedicated myself to my education, and I take a lot of pride in exceeding my expectations and just learning from others and just wanting to just do better and do more. And I really do enjoy school, so it makes it.
Okay, so very interesting. I like that you share that with us. Do tell us about what were some of the challenges you experienced growing up with a single mom as your parent, who's also an immigrant. What are some of the challenges you are comfortable to mention you witnessed growing up?
Some of the challenges I would say that I face is I'm sure that there was my mom, any mom would want to give their children the world. And I know she was wanting to, really fight for resources for us. She's just seeing her like having to push through different jobs and different avenues to, make a living for us. I've seen her wanting to provide things for me, like send me, maybe buy me books or send me to school, and it was hard for her because she didn't have that help. And of course, no parent wants to everyone wants to be able to give their children education. So I was able to see her like really struggle with trying to balance her single motherhood and be present for us at the same time. Trying to work on herself, but also be present. And so there were times, like I remember when I was starting into my nursing program, they force you into having a parent pull out a loan for you because they know that when you're a student, you cannot work full time and also fulfill an education full time. And I remember telling my mom, like, I want to go become a nurse. I want to go to school and become a nurse. And just, I've always made her proud, and I take pride in making her proud. But just, seeing that I know that she wasn't able to fully probably send me to school because of just the lack of resources, maybe funds, and it made me realize, like, it's not because she didn't want to, it's because she couldn't. And so anyway, she always found a way for me. She always made a way for me no matter what. I mean, it was definitely challenging to get me through nursing school and provide me with everything that I need, but I really truly appreciate it.
Very good. And I'm curious to know what happened with Dad. Dad was not in the picture at all?
Not really. I
Okay.
never had a close relationship with my father.
Okay.
He's here, but it was always my mom.
I
Always her.
got you. And I asked that because I know a lot of persons are probably thinking, so what happened to that? But this, ladies and gentlemen, sets the stage for why you're going to really enjoy celebrating Denasia's accomplishments, because you see the foundation, you hear the challenges. I'm curious to know what inspired you to get into the health field. Why health?
So choosing healthcare was honestly natural for me. I
Yeah?
I've always been that person in my family, in my friend group. Everyone just sees me doing so well. They see me, always striving for success, and I've always been that safe place for everyone to just vent to me, and I like to listen and just being able to I'm so thankful for my education, but being able to have the knowledge to be able to share and spread with others and who even need just simple advice. I've always been that pillar for them. And so naturally, just I just feel like it's not something that happened on accident. I was truly called to do this. I love to help people. I love to share knowledge. And it doesn't take away from me. It just brings me joy because that's how I learn from others. I learn from anyone who's I see successful or doing better than me that, it truly inspires me. And mental health, I truly didn't expect to go into mental health, but taking that leap of faith into mental health was a very personal journey for me because I would never forget when I was doing my clinical rotations in school, there was a particular psychiatric inpatient unit that I was working on. At this time, we've already developed the competency to be able to diagnose these children and adolescents. And we had it was a part of my program was the ability to challenge the psychiatric medical doctor. We're shadowing him. So he had his own diagnosis of the children, and I had my own diagnosis. This specific boy, a 13-year-old boy, I would never forget this story. He came in, he was in complete distress. I mean, he was angry, fighting, and just full of anger. And they wanted to administer something called an ETO, which is an emergency treatment order. And the medical doctor that I was shadowing immediately labeled him immediately. They wanted to diagnose him with major depressive disorder, put him on a bill of fare for suicidal ideation. And it just didn't sit well with me. I didn't think in that very moment, I thought to myself, I didn't think, what's wrong with this kid? I didn't think about that. I thought, what happened to him? What happened?
Right.
What was his story? Why is he so angry? And I really had to push an advocate. I remember bumping toe to toe with this doctor because I'm the student and he's my superior. And I'm just like, I don't agree with your diagnosis. I realized in that moment that this children, as much as it's so hard for me I always wondered if I was even strong enough for that kind of work. But I recognized immediately that that child needed me. He needed someone that looked like me, someone
Right.
my skin color, someone who's willing to pause and just sit in silence and listen to him. And yes, it took a few days for him to open up, but I realized that I was that person for him to open up to. And instead of advocating for medication, which is what the doctor wanted to put him on, to stabilize his mood, I advocated for him to go to therapy and to have group therapy with other children who are facing things that he's going through. But his story was, it was so, so sad. I used to take the stories home with me with the children, but I realized then mental health is, it's so much more. And with children specifically, I feel like we have time to save and protect them, teach them resilience, coping skills, and emotional intelligence. And I think that's where my passion for mental health came about, that specific rotation. And that was just one part of my journey, that mental health rotation. And I fell for it ever since.
You know, we had a conversation today. I had a conversation with a colleague that I teach students with autism.
Okay.
And we were just reflecting on how a day can change in 2 minutes, right? We actually we used 4 minutes. There was something that happened, and we said, "Wow, look how much a day can change in 4 minutes." But that sound, I hear you say that, and I'm reflecting on the fact that in that moment when you had to lobby for what you felt in your heart and by your training was not the best decision, it became a life changer for you.
Absolutely. A big eye opener for me. It was bigger than me. And no matter how much I felt about, oh, I can't do kids, it's too sad. They need us. They need me. They need someone advocating for them, not just labeling them off rip, you know.
Right.
They're
You saw
diagnosed
more than
with all of
just
them.
a number with a label or a tag. You saw a little individual who might just have a little trauma or something going on and just needs the right help. Okay, awesome. Well, you know what? That's how greatness is made. You seize the moment. Look at you now. Please explain again your actual official title for us.
So I'm currently a board certified psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. I hold a master's degree in nursing, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
currently pursuing my doctorate degree. So at the end of this year in December, I will be Dr. Pink, a doctor of nursing practice.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Pink,
Dr. Pink.
it has a
We
ring
need
to it.
you. All right.
Yeah.
So ultimately you want to be you want to achieve the doctor, you want to achieve the doctorate in what specific area?
So I am, so my program is for a doctor of nursing practice. My specialty is psychiatric mental health.
Okay.
So that is my specialty. Um, Ultimately, I want to be able to build something that creates generational impact, not
I
just
love it. I
financially,
love it.
not
Mhm.
financially, not mentally, not emotionally, and within the communities. I want to create spaces where mental health is approached holistically, where people feel seen, supported, and they feel heard and understood. Healing isn't just rushed or overlooked. Um, I'm specifically passionate about children, as I said. You know, if we're teaching them early, we can completely change the trajectory of their entire lives. So I know I can't change everything overnight, but I do believe in doing it one person at a time, because I know this is bigger than me, but I definitely wanted to pursue the doctor portion because eventually I want to be able to teach. Right now I'm currently doing a lot of research on different mental health illnesses, and I'm currently working on a DNP project where I work, and I'm trying to develop and implement a standardized clinical decision pathway for the hospital that I work in. So that way, when nurses are doing their admission, they're not just assessing for physical symptoms, but also mental illness, because we oftentimes overlook that, especially in the hospital. Everyone's focusing on bleeding and this and that, but everyone has, mental illness as well. So, um,
That's right.
getting that doctorate part just kind of allows me to do a lot more research and be able to make changes in different organizations.
Great, great, great. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're speaking with Miss Denasia Pink, mental health nurse practitioner and a board certified mental health nurse practitioner. Let me not leave that off. And here she is just sharing her journey, starting out as the daughter of Jamaican immigrants and pretty much raised by her mom, a single mom, and look at the outcome. What kind of encouragement? How would you speak to? You're 28 years old. You're a baby. You're still young. You know, um, you're a
I
baby with some grown-up achievement.
yeah.
But what would you say to someone? When we are in that delicate stage of life where we're trying to figure it out, we might have some challenges. There might be some things that you went through as a child being raised by a single mom. What kind of encouragement can you share at this stage of your journey with someone who just needs to hear it this evening?
I just want to say that nothing is impossible. I've started my journey at 17 years young. I've been a nurse since I was 17 years young. I didn't think it was possible, but just wanting to and that desire will always push you further. I would say that no matter how many seeds of doubt people try to plant into you, people are always questioning, how are you doing this? How are you? I'm a mother myself, and I balancing motherhood and being a full-time student. People are always questioning how you do it, how you do it. I would just say the best thing you can do is beat the odds and always show someone that you can. Show them that you can. And I've had to force my way into rooms to be heard because your voice matters. That God does not instill drive into us for no reason. We have that desire because we're meant to fulfill it. So I would just say continue to do whatever it is that your heart truly desires you to do, whatever you're called to do, whatever you're passionate about, pour into that, invest into it wholeheartedly because it's possible. You're able to do it. I've balanced the impossible. There's times where I felt defeated, but God has always placed me in front of someone who needed me in that moment that reminded me why I chose this path. And alignment is everything. We are not here on accident. God knows our journey before we do. So I would just say, whatever it is, ignore shut outs. I had to learn to completely block out all seeds of doubt and just really tell myself, I can, and I will. And I want to see that change. So those are my words of encouragement for anyone out there who's trying to figure it out or even afraid to do it. We all have to start afraid, but you got to take that leap of faith.
Was there any moment on this journey, and again, it's still, I still consider you to be, in a youthful stage of this. So, was there any point though, getting where you are today, that you felt like you couldn't do this?
Absolutely. I remember leaving clinicals. I work night shifts. I would come off of work at night and go straight to clinicals, and it would take me about an hour and a half to get to clinicals. Right from working 12-hour shifts to pick up my son, drop him off to school. And I remember calling my mom on my way to clinicals and telling her, I no longer have this fight. I don't have it in me anymore. I've had the pressures of everyone. It got to the point where I've achieved so much that to everyone it seems so easy, so natural. Like
Right.
it's so simple. Oh, you've got this. You can pass that test.
Yeah.
But they didn't understand how much hard work, how much silent battles and tears I've cried alone. But my mom, she was always that person who I could be soft with. I always had to be strong for everyone else. I felt like I had this standard on me that everyone had these high expectations. I couldn't mess up. But my mom, she always gave me that soft, safe space. And I remember crying to her and telling her, Mom, I don't even want to do this anymore. I feel like I'm so worn out that I'm losing my passion. And I didn't want that. I didn't want to lose sight of why I really chose this. And just me just being so teary-eyed and just crying. And she was like, she used to just laugh at me while I'm in tears, laugh. She was like, I don't think you understand how young you are and how much you've accomplished already. There are people who look up to you, and she wasn't laughing at my pain, obviously, but she was just showing me like, you're so hard on yourself, you don't even know it. Like, so I felt so defeated at times. I just felt like I was spreading myself thin. I didn't have help with my son. I'm a single mom myself too. I didn't have help with my son. I'm running around, he's dying for my attention. I work nights. He sleeps all night and wants to play with me all day, but I just couldn't. There were times where I just felt like just giving up. And I'm just so thankful that my mom has so much faith in me. And, I'm surrounded by people who, even though they have these high expectations of me and it might feel heavy for me, because sometimes I'm human and I want to be able to mess up too. I truly appreciate that extra push, them telling me like, if no one else can do it, I know you can. So it really just made me want to continue no matter what.
I'm sure, I'm sure by now you've realized that Jamaicans have a habit of laughing at a problem before they try to solve it.
Absolutely.
The worst thing could happen and a Jamaican just busts out laughing and then go, all right, what may I go do now?
Exactly.
So I guess mom just was being
Yes,
purely Jamaican in that moment, knowing fully
absolutely.
well that she knew her daughter and she knew what kind of support you would need. So
Mhm.
that's good that you have her, though. I'm pretty sure mom's your rock.
Oh, she
Mm-mm-mm.
absolutely is.
Okay, so before we wrap up, just share anything I might not have asked and that you feel compelled to share with the audience this evening, Denasia. What would that be?
Um,
I'm putting you in charge of the dialogue right now. What would you like to share that I might not have brought up that you feel is of value for our audience this evening?
um, let's see. I want to say that being one of the main challenges that I face that almost made me feel defeated was the voices of other people who are in healthcare. So, um, being so young, being educated, and being beautiful has sometimes have intimidated others around me.
Young,
And
gifted, and black.
yes, and I mean, I feel like I've come across individuals who I look up to in leadership positions who I need to seek help from. I feel like they were reluctant to give me that support and help because, and I hate to use the word jealousy, but you will run into people who don't really mean you well. And so I've faced a lot of challenges with that, and I had to really, really tell myself that um, I can't keep quiet just because someone else wants to minimize who I am. I say that to say that there are people who you think genuinely care for you in your journey and are happy for you, and maybe they're not so happy for you. And all you can do is do your best, remain peaceful in your heart, keep your heart clean, and just always just aim for the best. And people who truly support you and care about you, who are genuine, you will never lose them along the way, ever. Um, and I just I'm just really thankful. I don't really know what
Okay.
else to say, but I'm very
Awesome. Awesome. Gratitude is always a great attitude.
thank
I
you.
tell you what, let's weigh in on some of the feedback we've been getting here. I see, let's see, Sonia Forrester, good night, my beautiful niece.
Thank you.
Don Miller, that's my baby. So proud of my baby. And then Auntie Maxine, Denasia, you are making me well up with tears. So proud of you. Seeing your glory, says Don Miller, but a whole heap of story.
That's my aunt.
Maxine Lyons says, tell me about it. Um, that's my beautiful, brilliant niece. So proud. Of course, Maxine had to let us know that. She had to let us know that. I think we lost you there for a moment on the Zoom there, but let's see. Yeah, I think Denasia just went off Zoom there for a moment, but let's share some more here. You are giving me teary eyes, says Maxine Lyons. Sonia Forrester says, Maxine Lyons, me too, sis. She used to cry for books, not toys. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, let's see. Bring her back. Let me bring her back. All right. Not sure what happened there, but
Sorry.
hold on one moment. Let me bring you back on the main screen. All right. We're here. So, again, not sure. But we're just going over some of what the feedback was. And on TikTok, Lady J says, hey, Nisi. All right, good night, Lloyd Israel. Hey, Dr. Pink. Lady J says, hey, Dr. Pink. And then I got somebody, Beverly Jackson, saying, what an inspiration. Wonderful. So, some of the feedback right there that you've gotten on this conversation this evening, Denasia. I would personally like to wish you all the best in your endeavors. My next guest is also specializes in mental health. And so it might be good to check out that conversation as well. So don't go anywhere, all of you. Stay here with us. We're going to have more great conversation. Denasia, thank you so much this evening for sharing this journey. Very uplifting, very inspiring, and good luck with all you do. I look forward to meeting you and talking to you again in the future, I'm sure.
Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Take care.
You too.
Have a great rest of your evening.
You too.
Mm-hmm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a great story to share right there. And I got to big up Maxine Lyons for making sure we got connected with this conversation this evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the show continues. In 4 minutes, we will have another guest, and I will let you know. Let's see here. Multitasking, all right? So, my next guest is we will be talking autism, all right? And that's gonna be with Miss Lorraine J Smith of the Lorraine J Smith Foundation. She's also SFU LLC. She's a family therapist, ASD Specialist Executive Coach. So many hats she wears. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But what I would like to do before I bring her on is quickly go over some of the upcoming events in our neck of the woods. And it looks like we've made it to where Sunday, May 3rd is going to be the Elaine Bryant Foundation Inspirational Luncheon. That's going to take place at the Buckhead Club, Atlanta, 3344 Peachtree Road. And this is this Sunday, of course. Registration 10:45 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. Business attire. And, brought to you by our honorary consul, Dr. Elaine Bryant. We also want to share with you that the Jamaica High 5K presents their Jamaica High 5K walk run indicator at the Miller Grove High School. I needed to double check the address, but it starts at, you know what? I need to find more updated information on this. I'm going to get it. I have it. I just need to get my hands on it. But also happening on Saturday, May 9th is 5K Miles with a Mission, a walk run in Stone Mountain. And this is brought to you by, I know Queens. Where did I see that? Queens. Let me just read the flyer. Join our 5K walk run in Stone Mountain Park, Saturday, May 9th, 2026. Meet at 8 a.m. at the Stoddard Picnic area across from the Riverboat Complex. $20 per vehicle. Entrance fee. Walk starts at 8:30 a.m. This is a combined walk with Queens and Calabar. Come out and enjoy a fun morning of walking and a scrumptious Jamaica brunch afterwards. Prizes for the top fundraiser and the silliest walking outfit most guests brought, okay? So save the date on that one, ladies and gentlemen. We also have the Clarendon College Past Students Association presenting their fundraising gala, dinner and dance, Saturday, May 9th, 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. at the Atlanta Marriott Hotel, 2000 Century Boulevard, Northeast Atlanta, at exit 91 of I-85. Music by DJ Migraine featuring saxophonist Jamie Parker. The weekend events include Friday night meet and greet, Golden Crust Restaurant, 676 Duluth Highway, Lawrenceville, from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. and the Jamaican Sunday brunch, 7115 B Waters Edge Drive in Stone Mountain from 12 noon to 3 p.m. Donations, dinner, dance, and brunch, $165. Dinner dance only $130. Brunch only $60. For payment information, please call 678-242-9018. That's 678-242-9018. Want to remind you that Integrity Children's Fund presents Dinner en Rouge Gala, an evening of glamour for education. Saturday, May 16th, cocktail hour 5 p.m. at the Atlanta Marriott Marquis, 265 Peachtree Center Avenue, Northeast Atlanta. Attire, black tie, red optional. All right. Also, want to let you know that in June, the KC Summer 26 is taking place. Kingston College Old Boys Association of Georgia, Inc. presents the Summer in the Park. Come and enjoy a family fun-filled day, Saturday, June 6th, at the Rhodes Jordan Park, Stanley R. Gunther Pavilion, 100 East Krogan Street in Lawrenceville, Georgia, from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. There'll be jerk chicken, pork, curry shrimp, escovitch snapper, and more. Dominoes, draft, snake, and ladder, chess, ludi, all happening. Payment options, you can Zelle, you can Cash App, you can scan the QR code right now as it's on your screen, all right, and go support a great cause. A save the date coming up here for you. The Deterrence Foster Foundation, Inc. 5th Anniversary Golf Tournament, Saturday, August 22nd at Crystal Lake Golf and Country Club, 100 Crystal Lake Boulevard in Hampton, Georgia. Registration and breakfast 8 a.m., shotgun start at 10 a.m. That's coming up in August for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's a look at some of the events in our neck of the woods coming your way.
Midnight Promotions and Four Seasons Promotion proudly presents a Mother's Day evening with the Manhattans, featuring Gerald Austin.
I had to meet you here today.
R&B sensations, the Hitmakers, the Manhattans.
Oh, baby, where loving you
Sunday, May 10th at Lonsdale Performing Arts Theater, 3993 Lavester Road, Tucker, GA, for a night infused with elegance and soulful performances.
There's no house without a home.
Hits after hits, memories by the score. By the Manhattans, live in concert, featuring Gerald Austin. This is a special Mother's Day experience because every mother deserves a night as special as she is. Sunday, May 10th, celebrate Mother's Day with the Manhattans.
Featuring Gerald Austin.
Sponsored by Caribbean Marketplace.
To a love song.
Midnight Promotions and Four Seasons Promotion proudly presents a Mother's Day evening with the Manhattans.
Hi. Are you looking for a tutoring center where you...
No, baby. Come on. Wanna be right here where you are till my dying day.
All right. Yeah. Hey, I'm Troy.
I'm Gerald.
I'm Weeze.
Together, we're the Manhattans. And we're inviting you to join us Sunday, May 10th, Mother's Day, at the Lonsdale Performing Arts Center in Tucker, Georgia, where we'll be singing all of our greatest hits. Oh, yeah. See you there.
Sweet, sweet Jamaica. If you're craving a real taste of the Caribbean, the flavors you grew up with, the ingredients that make your meals feel like home, then welcome to Caribbean Marketplace. At Caribbean Marketplace, we're proud to serve our community with 3 convenient locations across the metro area. In Latonia at 2618 C-Max Cleveland Boulevard. Our Atlanta location at 5790 Old National Highway. Or stop by our Douglasville store at 6920 C Douglas Boulevard. No matter which location you visit, you'll experience the same authentic Caribbean vibe and quality selection. Brands like Grace, Lasco, Walker's Wood, Chief, Maggie Seasoning, Beta Pack, and many, many, many more. We offer a wide variety of Caribbean produce, including yam, green banana, breadfruit, callaloo, chocho, and scotch-bottled peppers. And when it comes to ackee, we are the only ones that carry 14 different brands of ackee, like Linstead Ackee and Spur Tree, just to name a few. If you're stocking up for your restaurant, wholesale is available. For more information, visit
Visit CaribbeanMarketATL.com and connect with us on social media using hashtag CaribbeanMB. So come shop where quality, culture, and community come together every single day. That's Caribbean Marketplace.
Welcome to the YouTube channel of The Wayne Hall Show, broadcasting since 2012. The Wayne Hall Show is a global platform where information meets music. Please subscribe right now to keep up with everything that's going on in our community. This is the home of our live streamed simulcast show, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. Don't miss our remote broadcasts and awesome interviews of some of the most phenomenal men and women in the Caribbean American community. Check out our fun short videos. We're delighted to promote your business and services right here also. The Wayne Hall Show has received numerous accolades for its contribution to the community, including the Captains of Industry Award, the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, the Linkage Radio DJ of the Year, and several resolutions in the state of Georgia. Please hit the subscribe button and join the ever-growing community of The Wayne Hall Show, where information meets music.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're tuning in for the first time tonight, if you've never, please follow, and especially on YouTube, please go subscribe to my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you've not done so yet, subscribe to @Wayne Hall Show on YouTube. All right, my next guest is here. I don't think let's see, we're doing we're a little late. Let me hurry on over and say good evening and welcome. You know what? I need to find your bio here. I had it up earlier. Where did it go? I have so many things open up on my screen right now that it is not funny. Oh my goodness. I have to tell the audience a little bit more about our guest this evening. And ladies and gentlemen, Lorraine J Smith, LPC, NCC, CCMHC, and that means a licensed professional counselor, a national certified counselor, a certified clinical mental health counselor, a certified family trauma professional, and a certified adolescent trauma professional, and an autism specialist. And she was born in Kingston, Jamaica, and grew up in Winters Pen, Spanish Town, graduated from St. Catherine High School, holds an associate in business administration, a bachelor's of arts in psychology, a master's degree in mental health counseling, and is at the end of her doctorate in organizational leadership and management. And she is actually complete now. Doctorate in organizational leadership and management. She's also a certified flight attendant. I tell you, she has so many hats in her car trunk. Recognized for her dedication and achievements and transformational leadership in social services and mental health, she supports various churches, schools, and organizations in Jamaica and the diaspora. She's an adjunct lecturer and practicum coordinator at Jamaica's Caribbean Graduate School of Theology. She sits on the board of St. Catherine High School and serves as president of the Jamaica Diaspora, Southern USA. A recipient of a service award from the New York Consulate General of Jamaica. Ms. Smith's background also includes working in the capacity of a director in several social service organizations in the United States. Through her company, Solutions for You, LLC, Lorraine supports individuals with all types of disabilities and Jamaicans transitioning to the U.S., providing them with educational and health resources to thrive. She's also the founder of the Lorraine J Smith Foundation, which extends the community-based supports and initiatives she offers. She is the author of Through the Tears, I Rise, a memoir that helps readers unlock the secrets of survival through her life experiences. She has also published a children's book, The Day We Met, Friend, the first in a series designed to enhance children's social interaction and communication. All right. Wow. Quite a bit right there to soak in, ladies and gentlemen. But that is my guest right now that I'm proud to say The Wayne Hall Show partners with the Lorraine J Smith Foundation in an effort to support autism in Jamaica. And so it's not a surprise that as we wrap up Autism Awareness Month, that Dr. Lorraine Smith is joining me this evening to talk about autism and in general, but in particular, something that has arisen quite a lot and something I got recently in a message. Diet. How does diet affect autism? But before we get there, hello and welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me, Wayne.
How you do?
I'm doing okay. The theme. My theme is always at the end of the evening. I'm like, wow, it's a long day. So, but I'm good. I'm still doing great. And thank you for the warm welcome back.
Yes, yes, yes. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back.
I've been
And
away for
so,
so long.
yeah, yeah. Well, I tell you what, just like that, April has come and is going to leave us tomorrow.
Tomorrow, right?
And so goes Autism Awareness Month. But you've been down there in Jamaica on the front lines. What's some of the, before we get into the specifics of how diet impacts autism, etc., what's some of the latest and greatest out of Jamaica where autism is concerned?
Well, I think we saw the news the other day where we're saying the um, the services are greatly needed, but the cost is so great, especially to do the assessment, which we know the assessment everywhere is very costly, but even more on the island. So I think I'd responded to one of the
Yes.
social media blurb that went out to say, well, the diaspora is here, and maybe we can help with some of that assessment. We would like to help, so hopefully someone from the ministry and all the other organizations that are down there. We have partnered, you and I have partnered to kind of figure out, with our brains together, how we can help with some of that assessment. And so we would want to continue to do that to ensure that our children are being assessed earlier than later. And maybe we can come up with some other fundraising strategies in terms of even getting in to do more early intervention. Because we know the earlier we start with the support is the more we're able to decrease some of the impact that we see later on in life and to bring the intervention in earlier into the classroom or and to be able to, for the students to have those benefits. So we see the information that is being populated there is that they understand now the need for assessment, but the assessment is costly.
Right. And also that assessment is happening, assessments are happening,
Right.
and it's showing now that they're discovering more kids diagnosed with autism, which is putting a new strain on the system there because I have these individuals who knows about the passion and that is my field. And so I get a lot of information coming out of Jamaica now too about, there's so much more chatter now, the news, conversation pieces about this autism rise.
Mhm.
And with the assessments happening, though costly, there is already signs of an uptick in the number of diagnoses of autism. And the teachers have not been trained
The
to,
teachers are
to,
not
to
trained.
deal with
And
autism in
and
their
I could tell
classroom.
you, I spend a few months. So when I go to Jamaica, it's hard for me to leave. Yeah, the planes are leaving, but it's hard for me to leave. I don't know. My heart is just back home. And so you go to the supermarket, you and I have an eye to kind of see it. You don't have to do an assessment to see that this child or even an adult, there is some trait. We can't always tell the level, but there's some trait by what we see visible, the visible traits. And so you walk in the supermarket, you walk in the street, you are seeing it. it's very evident that the more you are there, you're bumping into one, two, three, and four people. So it is now a very popular disability. Back in the days, you would see more individuals with Down syndrome.
Yes.
You're no longer seeing Down syndrome individuals. With individuals, sorry, my bad. Individuals with Down syndrome, you're no longer seeing that. You're seeing individuals with characteristic of autism.
Wow.
More. So there's a big shift, big shift. And so it would be a great you would say move if we could really find the way for assessment to really be a part of the system. Even the early intervention that we know that works,
Right.
From a certain age. So at least the parents are trained, or are given this information. If your child get to this age and is not doing or is not reaching these milestones, then you or the pediatrician should be having these conversation, and then this is what should be happening at this
Right. Right.
age. So at least, you can start to kind of have intervention put in place in the home. You're also seeing the wear and tear on parents who are doing the work consistently all the time. They're tired, you know. Then you see the tiredness, of the teachers who are trying their best. So you
Yes.
see it
And
across
frustration.
frustration.
And so, I know that in partnership with you, we did raise, a little change
Yeah.
that is being put towards assessment. And so,
And they
doing our
stretch
little
it.
part to help. And
Yeah.
please tell the audience that if they want to donate to this joint effort of the Wayne Hall Show and the Lorraine J Smith Foundation, exactly where to go and donate for me.
You can go to the foundation and the foundation, the ljsfoundation.org. That's the Lorraine J Smith Foundation. We're a 501(c)(3) foundation, and so anything that you donate, it's tax deductible. What will happen? You will see the Zelle information there, that you can give. One of the things about us in Jamaica, we are resourceful, right? And the little money that we gave, that school actually came up with an idea. So little money that we gave, in partnership with you, there's a partnership with a counseling agency that reduced the rate for the assessment, and he's going in. So partnership all across the board work. And then the parents are coming in and giving their little 2 cents. So we were able to multiply that little, it's a one cocoa full basket. It's really
Yes.
true. And so we were able to stretch that little money. So we're able to multiply and do more assessments. So we want to do more of this in other schools. So instead of we may be able to do, and this is just an example of doing 5 per the money we were able to donate, we're going to stretch that a little bit. So we make a little gravy out of that small money, because the partnership that we created on the ground with the assessing organization stretched it. And then the parents are coming in now because they're grateful that we were able to donate this. And so one of the things I'm going to say is let's continue to do these donations in from here and there and together, one cocoa full basket, because we can no longer wait for big donations, but wherever we can touch these little small silos of communities, we can make a change. So the Lorraine J Smith Foundation, because it comes from me, from my heart, and whatever I can give, we're able to do this. And I don't need to wait on a structured building to provide this support. We can do this virtually as we continue to do this every Wednesday. Last Wednesday, we're giving the information, and you and I plan to go down and do this together as soon as,
Absolutely.
yeah. So this
Absolutely.
is how, you touch one person at a time, two people together, and then you end up doing a whole community. And that's how we can change lives. Because we know that the interventions that we were trained and to use, and those that we have the experience, they work. You see it every day. They work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And my heart cries for my country because I know I see the clips and I just wish they had a clue, even the slightest clue. So we're going to have to go do some stuff. Just like
Absolutely.
they have the babies can't wait here, we need that in Jamaica. We
Absolutely.
need to start that early. And then somehow, somewhere, we need to pull teachers into some kind of training and hire some paraprofessionals to help them and differentiate between where we serve these autism kids and the other neurotypical kids because you cannot serve them both in the same classroom.
So I
Not at
can
all.
tell you
And
this.
so that's a new challenge. And I hope the
That
vision is
is.
there
Mm-hmm.
to,
So
to get this going
together,
in the right direction.
we're going to, because our passion doesn't die down. So my seven, I think my granddaughter will be 8 this year. Still nonverbal, but guess what? Her nurse, she has a nurse that sits with her every night because her seizure is so active. She has seizures while she sleeps. And her nurse made a song for her, right? Her nurse is so passionate about supporting her, and her nurse made a song for her. And we're going to put that song on, and her mom is now making a book for her because her mom has a G-tube. So tonight we're going to talk about diet. And so funny enough, you talk about the diet. So she has a G-tube, right? And her mom is making a book for parents and children and maybe siblings who this little 8-year-old child who I've never heard her. She will speak, she will vocalize, her needs. And she was born a pound and a half. So this is where my passion, I left Jamaica in my 20s, thrown into this world of disabilities and thrown into this world where I was just led to learn about autism and all the disabilities. And then how many years later, I have a granddaughter that has this tremendous need and will need us for the rest of her life. And now my whole entire family saying, well, maybe this is the reason why we were sent here to
Exactly.
learn this. And this is the reason why I was drawn into this part of social services and why I've been doing this all my life. And so passionate about it because every single day I advocate for almost 200 people that my company serve. I mean, and when I say advocate, advocate on behalf of adults who are getting services. And I would love to see these kind of services being brought to the Caribbean because not because you become an adult meaning your services stop. Services are even greater than, right? As you know.
Yeah, interesting. So there we have it. There we have it. And yep, when it hits home, then
Yeah,
it takes on a new meaning. And like you say, sometimes the good Lord above is preparing us for something and we don't even know.
don't even know it.
Uh all right. Want to switch gears a little bit now and take a look at something that has come up all the time. And to make it not just a good old you know, autism conversation. We know autism is a neurological disorder that presents itself by, how it impacts communication, social behavior, and, repetitive behavior. Um, it has different levels to it. I'm just, doing a quick overview for the audience. Autism does have different levels to it. You can hear somebody and it's usually gauged by the amount of support that an autistic individual needs. If they are higher functioning and more independent, then you'll find them in the higher levels based on who is doing the leveling, the rating. And then if they're less functional, like their cognition is more challenged, then you and they need more support to do stuff independently, then they'll consider it in a lower range. So um, we have severe and profound, etc., etc. All right. One of the things that has come out um, that has gotten a lot of attention in recent years is whether or not a diet actually helps autistic individuals. Having a therapeutic diet, let me use that term, a therapeutic diet, because it's not just dieting, it's a therapeutic diet that we're talking about when a decision is made, especially by a certified nutritionist, to say, go this path. From your experience, weigh in on this for me. Just take a general approach to it, because I don't want to put you in a box with a specific question. Just from a general perspective and your experience, how could you, myth or fact?
Oh, so not to burst any bubbles and cause any war and somebody come looking for me. Every person is different. Every
Amen.
household is different. I usually say every household has a culture, right? So I've worked with individuals where they've gone as far as to the university and done their research and their studies. And what they've found is that the diet doesn't cure. Let me just say that, right? The diet doesn't
Right.
cure.
Uncategorically.
Right. So don't come looking for me. So the diet doesn't cure, but what it may do, because we do find individuals with autism, there's issue with the gut health, the constipation, the difficulty sleeping, the digestion, all of that, right? And then that adds into the behaviors. The person may come to the day program, right, as we know, and to school, and you find that they may not be able to focus, or they may not be able to sit still because what's going on, whatever they had for breakfast, may not be able to be digested. Or I'll have individuals who came to my day program and yoked me up, ripped my clothes off. I remember I had to be traveling with extra clothes. And the behavior was such that I would have to recommend this person needs to be seen by the doctor for a full medical workup, and realize that there were some things in the blood system that needed to be dealt with. And that's because of the experience that I had. So the diet doesn't cure, but what the diet would probably do is to create some balance, right? Within the body. So if there's the digestive issues going on, it probably will support that. And that's not for every individual. So we do know that for example, you'll have individuals, they only eat one thing. And I'll pull again my granddaughter. Macaroni and cheese, right? Chicken nugget, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So what happened to that child's diet? Or the nutrition is limited, right?
Yes.
So what's happening is the missing for the iron and the protein and all of that. So you'll find that's lacking. And then because of that, the low nutrition or whatever is missing, you're going to have some other issues. So when you focus on the diet in some sense, you're answering to the other issues that may be developing in the child, but you're not curing the autism, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Curing the autism.
Absolutely. I want to quote Matthews and Adams. Matthews and Adams did a research and looked at the effectiveness of 13 different therapeutic diets for autism spectrum disorder. It was the result. Their research was the result of a national survey, and they found that the average overall benefits of diets, was pretty good. Was about a 2.7 2.36% benefit if I really go into their stats, but overall what they saw was that different diets were reported to affect different symptoms, suggesting that an individual's symptoms could be used to guide which diet may be most effective. Um, the results further suggested that therapeutic diets can be safe and effective interventions for improving some ASD related symptoms, like you just mentioned, with very little adverse effects. And so they recommend therapeutic diets that include healthy foods and exclude problematic foods.
Right.
And so therapeutic diets are also inexpensive, they said. Now, um, I could also, from their conclusion in this study, share some of the things that were impacted, right? It said that in descending order, the diet's interventions were most effective in improving attention, cognition, health, hyperactivity, irritability, aggression and agitation, anxiety, constipation, diarrhea, language and communication, eczema and skin problems, stimming,
Right.
perseveration. And perseveration, ladies and gentlemen, is the repetitive behaviors that you'll see them do. Like you'll see a flapping of the hand or a nodding of the head or rocking side to side. That's what we mean by perseveration. And then desire for sameness, sensory sensitivity, and social interaction and understanding. So, there we have it. There we have it.
But
That
how
all
we
those things were impacted in a positive way,
Right.
which means that diet is good. Having some kind of healthy diet is beneficial to autistic individuals. However, it's not a cure for autism.
and how we know that it plugs into the behaviors. We start with behaviors. The behavior is a form of communication. So when we see the stemming and the flapping and the throwing of things and the aggression, it is telling us something, right? It is telling us sometimes it's discomfort. It is telling us sometimes it's pain. It is telling us sometimes it's the pressure. It's the bloating, because most time the child or the young adult with autism, the food they eat, they cannot digest it. So they'll come to us in school day program with that bloating sensation. So you'll find, they can't say, I want to use the bathroom, but I'm constipated. So you're going to have this, the motion of trying to express, but can't say what it is. So when that diet is able to release that, then no more aggression, right? So what I usually say is, imagine you and I, you put a tape over my mouth, right? Can't speak. You give me a bottle of a soda and I drink it and I'm bloated, but I can't pass gas. I can't speak. What am I going to do? I'm going to maybe have to throw a bottle at you and say, for me to get your attention, right?
Yes?
Same behaviors as the person with autism, to say that is non-vocal. I'm gonna have to do some negative behavior for you to realize that, hey, I am in some form of discomfort or pain and I'm trying to get your attention. So when we take away the discomfort and even out, it becomes balanced, then those behaviors go away. And
Awesome. And
yeah,
so I want to, you know, just put it out there that sometimes we see misleading stuff because somebody might be advertising a supplement, somebody might be advertising a blend, a herbal blend of sorts. And the thing is, Yes, there might have been a little trial. There might have been some people reporting great success, but we need folks to know and understand that whereas a healthy diet is very good for autistic individuals, it's not a cure, and that I'm not saying not to pursue a healthy diet, but to not fall into the misleading thing that, you know, a kid is gonna get better from eating. I've seen what it's like to deprive children of a balanced meal and and exposure to certain foods just because they feel like it's gonna cure their autism, and they'd probably have done better being able to partake of certain foods in certain quantities, manage it, make it healthy, get the healthier form of a starch, for example, get the healthy instead of just no starch, and so forth. So just want us to be cautious and know. But again, you're so right. The behavior is either affected by something in the environment or something internal, or it can be both. And finding out is at the heart of making their lives better. And if it's food related, by all means, let's reshape that diet, and in the process, reshape their behavior and make life easier for all of us. Yes, I laugh because
especially
right,
the teachers, okay?
Uh-huh.
Especially the teachers and community providers, you know?
Yeah, yep. All right, well, we're pretty much out of time. I didn't realize it's so easy to talk for 40 minutes talking about autism. But again, anything you want to share with us before you go from your vantage point and what you're doing and all the stuff you're in? I know you gave us a good update on Jamaica, but just anything else you have. The producers say you got 2 minutes.
Yes. I always say appeal. Just appeal. I'm appealing for us to give. Anyone who's out there, just keep, remembering our island, Jamaica. We always need to give back and give back to the children. The children are our future. Without us looking back from where we came from, don't forget where you come from. That's it. Don't forget where you come from. Turn back and give back, okay? And if you can't go back, just remember to tune into the Wayne Hall Show, and remember ljsfoundation.org. Visit our website and give back. Give back to the cause of autism. And thank you in advance for the support of seeing our children, especially those with disabilities, get to a place where they can be able to communicate with us, or they can learn, not because they have a disability meaning they cannot be the best that they can be. Thank you.
Very good, very good. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another interesting conversation on autism, but we're keeping this. We might miss a month here or there, but every last Wednesday, it's Autism Wednesday on the Wayne Hall Show, and with Miss Lorraine here, who takes the time to come on and in between trips to Jamaica and update us. So thank you so much, and for all you do, and for the Lorraine J Smith Foundation, thank you.
Thank you too for having me. Take care.
All right, have a great rest of your evening.
Midnight Promotions and Four Seasons Promotion proudly presents a Mother's Day evening with the Manhattans, featuring Gerald Austin.
I had to meet you here today.
R&B sensations, the Hitmakers, the Manhattans.
Oh, baby,
Sunday, May 10th at Lonzell Performing Arts Theater, 3993 Lavester Road, Tucker, GA, for a night infused with elegance and soulful performances.
There's no house without a home.
Hits after hits, memories by the score. By the Manhattans, live in concert, featuring Gerald Austin. This is a special Mother's Day experience because every mother deserves a night as special as she is. Sunday, May 10th, celebrate Mother's Day with the Manhattans, featuring Gerald Austin. Sponsored by Caribbean Marketplace.
To a love song.
Man, what a show this is gonna be. And let me tell you, next week, Wednesday night, right here at 9 p.m., the Manhattans will be on the Wayne Hall Show. All right? So make sure you tune in next week to speak with Gerald Alston, to see me speak with Gerald Alston and the Manhattans live here on the Wayne Hall Show as we talk about the Sunday show at Lonsdale Performing Arts Theatre. Also, we're going to have Mr. Everton Blair, who's running for District 13 in the upcoming elections. That's early voting has begun. He's running for District 13. He's going to be on at 8:45 up until 9, then the Manhattans. So don't miss next week's show. Ladies and gentlemen, the Manhattans live on the Wayne Hall Show. All right. Ed Sachaki, good to see you. You can't bring coconut soup tomorrow. Ed, don't let me tell the people, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, Ed is one of the Jamaican admirers. Let me put it nicely. Trying to talk Jamaican, talking about coconut soup. You learn about that today, Ed? Maybe someone taught him about coconut soup today. Or recently. Anyway, let's go out and keep it a family affair this evening. The Denasia did such a great job. Let me see what Auntie can do.
Oh yeah, the Almighty tits, the Almighty tits, the Almighty tits. Oh yeah, these weapons of mass destruction is always in pairs, sitting in front, waiting to confront. The eyes that looks on is bound to get thick. These weapons of mass distractions. The Almighty tits, the Almighty tits, the Almighty tits, the Almighty tits. Oh yeah, the Almighty tits, the Almighty tits, the Almighty tits. Oh yeah. These weapons so greatly designed, alphabetical and numeral inclined. Brazzers, as you will know, they carry your letter code. If you ever wanted to know what these letters mean, A almost moves, B barely moves, and C can complain. D means dang, D double dang, E enormous, F means fake, G gets a reduction, H help me, I've fallen and can get up. The Almighty tits, the Almighty tits, the Almighty tits. Oh yeah, the Almighty tits, the Almighty tits, the Almighty tits. Oh yeah. These weapons of mass destruction, best for the newborn child. They sure do drive some men crazy and wild. There's always a race when baby's in charge. Then man gets discharged and have to stay far. The Almighty tits, the Almighty tits, the Almighty tits. Oh yeah, the Almighty tits, the Almighty tits, the Almighty tits. Oh yeah. When they get old, it's time.
We are all
drag. That's when they definitely lose their time. These weapons of distractions, your every meal, a mouthful that's
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time to say live and let love. Don't forget, the only way to start at the top is if you're digging a hole. Always look around for something great to praise it, encourage it, support it. Be grateful. Until next week, Wayne Hall saying thank you for tuning in. And until then, we will see ya.
oh yeah, the Almighty tits. Oh yeah, the Almighty tits. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the Almighty tits. 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 The Almighty tits.
Midnight Promotions and Four Seasons Promotion proudly presents a Mother's Day evening with the Manhattans, featuring Gerald Austin.
I had to meet you here today.
R&B sensations, the Hitmakers, the Manhattans.
Oh, baby,
Sunday, May 10th at Lonsdale Performing Arts Theater, 3993 Lavester Road, Tucker, GA, for a night infused with elegance and soulful performances.
no house without a home.
Hits after hits, memories by the score. By the Manhattans, live in concert, featuring Gerald Austin. This is a special Mother's Day experience because every mother deserves a night as special as she is. Sunday, May 10th, celebrate Mother's Day with the Manhattans, featuring Gerald Austin. Sponsored by Caribbean Market